Judy, I know you did not have to put me on blast in the comments last week.
I was having pretty fun on the YouTubes last week.
Look at this. Just from whoa, it's Judy on YouTube. Just wanted to come here and say I did in fact read the long-ass ticker train. I also wanted to point out that foreign, in all caps, by the way, foreign is misspelled. Did you forget the rule of I before E except after C? Well, let me tell you something, Judy, okay? No, I did not forget that rule. But by the time I had realized that I had misspelled that word, because I do rely on autocorrect a bit too much, but by the time I realized it, no, Siri, I can't have you yelling at me right now. But by the time I realized it, it was already too late, and it would have taken me much too long to then re-edit everything and export everything. So I just said, screw it. No one's going to be a dick about the fact that I misspelled foreign. Maybe they'll say a little something, but not give a whole soliloquy about how stupid I am. And that's not cool, Judy. You know why? You know why that's not cool? Because I'm a product of the Nevada school system. So for you to make fun of me is like making fun of someone with a disability, okay? Okay?
Wait. I am too, and actually, like, what are you trying to say?
That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. We're not talking about that. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at TABPOD. Also check us out on Patreon at TABPOD. Ooh, actually, you know what? Real quick, before I do anything else, gosh, I don't have it on this. Okay, there's a guy named Dimitri who is a follower on our Patreon. And he's a free follower, but I still appreciate that he does it. Dimitri, giving you a shout out. I want to get your @ handle. I'll get it for the next show. I'm on the wrong computer right now. I didn't think about it until. Either way, we appreciate you. You guys, if you want to be a part of it over there, you don't have to pay $1. Just go over there at TABPOD and you can follow us, show us the support. We appreciate it. Or, you can always get into the comments of one of our videos because... Judy's obviously there. And you know what? We had somebody else in the comments this week. I want to celebrate. We had another from Gamer Nerd TE1. I can't read.
No, it's Game Nerd.
See, I can't read. I'm Nevada school system and apparently dyslexic. Nah, for real though, not dyslexic because I don't want to put that out. But I do suffer from dumb bitch-itis sometimes, so it's fine. So, Game Nerd TE1, don't appreciate being called a lurker, feeling a little seen right now. And then Judy comes in and fucking co-signs it like no one's business. Just saying, catching strays for no reason. You know what? And Game Nerd TE1, guess what? I hit you with those eyes because I am watching, all right? All right, I'm out here. I'm always looking.
This is what happens when I'm paying attention on the YouTubes, okay?
I am always looking, okay?
I need to somehow figure out how to change my handle on there because that is like so 2009 coded. I don't know how to change it.
Oh, man. Honestly, I'm sure someone out there, if it's possible even, someone out there can help with that.
I know, if it's possible, yeah.
All right, so Judy, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If your significant other sent you a link to a concert that you had said you wanted to go to,
yeah,
how would you interpret that?
Either one, I'm letting you know I'm buying tickets, or two, I want you to buy tickets.
Right? Exactly. Yes. One of those two things, and then you would immediately, if you were unsure about it, you would immediately follow up and be like, yo, who's getting the tickets? Is it you or me?
Right.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
So the EP had said to me that she wanted to go to, let me pull this up. I always hit the wrong button every single time on this thing. And now it's not working again because it hates me. Come on. There we go. Nope, I didn't do it. This is just not fair.
What is happening?
Now. It's just my computer isn't work. There we go. Finally. It just isn't. It's a whole thing. All right. But she had told me she wanted to go to the Naruto. No, she wanted to go to Naruto, the Symphonic Experience.
I never would have guessed, but okay.
Really? Are you being facetious right now?
No. Like, I didn't even know that was the thing. So.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Like, okay.
I didn't know it was a thing either until they started showing billboards around town. Okay. So she had told me she wanted to go to that, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And I just assumed that at some point she was gonna buy the tickets. Okay. Right. So then a couple weeks goes by, and I see the billboard, and I'm like, "Hey, look, it's a thing." And she's like, "Yeah, I really want to go to that," but nothing. Right. So then, then I'm scrolling one day on Reddit and I see a promotion for it because the phone's listening. Okay.
Of course,
they know what's going on. So I see it and I'm like, oh, okay, this is perfect. And I send her the link for the tickets. Fast forward to today. And I go, hey.
When was that?
A couple days ago, like 3 days ago.
Okay.
Fast forward today, I go, hey, did you buy the tickets yet? Oh, I didn't realize that's why you sent me the link. What? Are you serious? What? Why? Why? Why no confirmation?
She just left you on red, like, okay, moving on.
Yeah, I asked her, I was like, what were you thinking I meant? She was, I just thought you were like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, it's cool that they're just selling tickets to this thing. It's so cool that they just want to make money for their work. What a novel idea.
Oh, EP.
EP, come on.
So, long story short, though, did she buy the tickets? Did you buy the tickets? Did someone buy tickets? Okay.
I told her, I was like, no, I sent it to you so you would buy the tickets, right? Because I didn't want to buy the tickets because I'm the kind of person, I go to one of these things, and I get it. You're there for the atmosphere and the stuff on the stage and everything, but I'm more so just caring about the music and the energy that the music is producing and that kind of stuff. So I don't care where we sit is my point. Mm-hmm. She might care about where we sit. So that's why and this isn't for any kind of special occasion. Like, this is just something that we're going to do. Like, if it was for Valentine's Day or her birthday or if it was a Christmas present or something, right, I would obviously just take care of it then, right? But it's not one of those, so I'm passing. I've released the funds. Go ahead and use the funds as you deem, okay? So, but yeah, no, I mean, she said that. Like, I didn't know that's what that meant. Oh, God damn it. All right.
Okay.
This was incredible to me that you hadn't heard of this person.
Yeah.
Because I asked you, do you know who Jess Hilarious is? And you said, no, I don't know Just Hilarious.
I was like, what's Just? Yeah, like, what is that a channel?
Is
Just
that
Hilarious?
a YouTube channel? Like, everything's just funny all the time? But no. Jess Hilarious is a content creator / comedian, but her main role as of late has been to be one of the co-hosts on The Breakfast Club. You know, that radio show that, even though radio is dying, it's kind of like the biggest radio show in the US right now. You know, I don't know. Most people have heard of it. You had no fucking idea.
I heard of The Breakfast Club. I don't listen to them, so I don't. Yeah.
You've heard of Charlemagne the God, and you know that he works on The Breakfast Club.
I just see clips and I'll see clips on TikTok and I'll just scroll away. So
that's okay. Right now, my mom, who I appreciate, avid listener, she's saying, Charlemagne the who? What? He calls himself a god? I don't like that. That sounds very blasphemous. I'm not a fan. But okay, so she went, just a real quick recap of everything. She went on maternity leave, right? Came back, and while she was gone, they had a producer filling in. Her name was Lauren, filling in. And then I guess when she came back, they decided to keep Lauren at the very least doing a segment, right?
Oh. Okay.
It's like a news segment, I believe. Look, I'm not an avid listener of The Breakfast Club. I'm not trying to say that. But the drama is why I needed to bring this to you guys, okay? So, but I guess the issue was that no one had ever talked to Jess about it. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up for you guys real quick. There we go. So this is the first thing that dropped, right? So she comes back from maternity leave, right? It's a little awkward, but they don't really say anything. And then she drops this on her IG live.
Supposed to be a team up that bitch. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like when I'm like not one motherfucker ever with this online shit. Like, why the fuck should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make out to be. Nah.
So for anyone wondering, she's talking about the previous host of The Breakfast Club that then went up and got her own show. Okay, she was with them for like 13 years or whatever, and then left to do her own thing, and then Jess joined.
That's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck. Y'all already know what's up with me.
Okay, so first off, she drops this on IG Live, right? She's obviously upset. A lot of stuff is going on. And then the next day, her and DJ Envy, who's the other host on The Breakfast Club, have this conversation.
You let the internet dictate what's going on. We've had conversations, and this is the thing. This is why I thought it was corny, and it's just me personally. I thought it was corny because we have conversations up here. We just have a meeting. If you had an issue, a problem, a situation, or something that you felt, why you ain't bring it to the team? What? When you came back, Jess, I pulled you to the side. I said, Jess, if you feel uncomfortable, if you don't want Lauren in the room, this is your show. We can make that the change whenever you want. Did I not say that to you?
Yeah, you did. It is not about wanting her in the room, yo. It's about the segment. Like it was like y'all
have that conversation
wanted
off
her.
Air. If you had a problem, say it to us. We had a meeting yesterday.
Conversations off air. What
not
is we
like
talking
that.
about?
Not like nobody having my back, because we have your back. As far as the Corey Holcomb thing, y'all been beefing for 11 years.
I'm not worried about it's not even about you.
You worried about comments, and you worried about what people say after.
The perception
man.
and my reputation to be on the show.
They've been itching on me for 15 years. They've been itching on Charlemagne for 15 years.
But that's on you. People and the things that people itch on me.
Okay. All right. So it was a little chaotic, to say the least, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But I'm of two minds on this thing. Because, like, this is the difference. And don't get it twisted. You guys... Anyone who does anything with social media, whether you want to be a content creator or if you just use it for fun, right, as entertainment, you can't worry about the comments too much, right? And if you just absorb it for entertainment, fuck the comments. Don't ever worry about the comments, right? If you're a content creator, is where I'm saying more so you gotta worry about the comments to a degree, because you are the product and they are the consumers, right? So you got to give the product, you got to give the consumers the product that they want. And I do believe that this is kind of a difference between Jess Hilarious's rise and DJ Envy and Charlemagne's rise, right? Because obviously we're at a point where like Charlemagne, DJ Envy, they have their own podcast, they have probably huge social media followings, all that stuff, right? So they understand it to a degree. But since they came up in what you would say is more of a traditional media atmosphere, coming up through regular radio or maybe doing stand-up gigs or DJ events, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Their consumer was, yes, the people, but more so it was whatever the ratings tell them, right? It's whatever their bosses or managers at the station tell them, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So it is a thing where you can truly, to a degree, ignore what the comments are saying if you come up through, like I said, the normal media stuff, as opposed to someone like Just Hilarious, who maybe she's not as much of a creator as I'm making her out to be, but that's how I discovered her, doing skits on fucking TikTok or YouTube Shorts or whatever. Like, that's how I came across her as a comedian, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're doing that, obviously you have to pay attention to the comments, because those are the people who keep your shit going.
Right.
So I say all that to say I understand both sides of the argument on this one, but I bring this up to you, Judy. How do you feel about the fact that she crashed out on them during, like, doing an IG live, essentially?
I honestly hate when people do that. Whether it be influencers, just you crashing out for your entire social atmosphere to see. And obviously you can also delete it, yes, but then there's already been so many recorded copies of your actual live that it's never going to go away.
Right.
It's, it's one of those, like, it's going to stick with you. And I understand there's always people who need to vent, but I just feel like you shouldn't do that, like, in the public.
Right. So I don't disagree with you. I do think that if she didn't have any kind of conversation with them, she probably should have, at least given them the opportunity to fuck up before assuming that they would. Right.
Right. Yeah.
But I always got a but. But, like, I've seen instances like this before where someone comes in as a third party to something that's kind of already established. And yes, they tell you that you're a part of the team, and they tell you that you're an equal and all that stuff. But really, you're not. You get treated a little differently by management because you weren't in the building all the time that they were in the building building what it is. And I get that I totally get that to a degree, like, they've earned that and they deserve it, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't feel shady when they decide to make changes without talking to you, right?
Yes,
because from my perspective, and if I'm wrong, someone please let me know. Like I said, call me out in the comments. Everyone else does. She went on maternity leave, and nobody let her know that there was even a chance during the whole time she's gone. Nobody lets her know that there's even a chance that this girl Lauren could be having a segment that she didn't previously have, that is kind of taking one of Jess's segments. Not kind of, but, like, actually taking, even though she's a full co-host, so she's on the show no matter what, it's taking one of her segments and not telling her. So it's real easy to feel like, oh, this is how it starts. This is how I get pushed out.
Right. They're pushing me out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Especially, let's be honest, and this isn't fair when it comes to women in media, but most managers are always looking to get younger and hotter, right? So
yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I get where she's coming from, especially if she doesn't feel like she's going to, get the reception that she is wanting. But, you gotta talk. You gotta give them the This is like when you go out with your boys a little late and you come home and your girl's like, "You out fucking, ain't you?" No, I was just with my boys. How was it? Right? The assumption it's too late. The assumption is worse than the act.
Right. Damn, poor girl. But, hopefully they figure it out and or maybe this is just their way of like really pushing her out, and then we'll see where she ends up by the end of the year.
I mean, honestly, I think it's at a point where if they were ever going to push her out, which I'm not saying that they were going to do, I just think that people don't realize, like I said, the people like Charlemagne and DJ Envy who are already in the position, who get a little bit more of their asses kissed by everyone because they've been there for so long and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said, totally deserving, but I don't think they realize that it doesn't feel that way for everyone across the board.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, maybe they just make a decision like, oh, this will be cool, but it's not as cool as it should feel. So
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody, Judy got us copywritten, okay? She got us copywritten because she wanted me to play the full Max Verstappen clip for Am I Overreacting? And then YouTube said, oh, you played an extra second? No mas! It made me cut it out of the video. So we will not be playing the entire 6 seconds of the Max Verstappen clip, but it is time for Am I Overreacting? That's all you get, okay? That's all you. I'm not trying to get demonetized before I get monetized on YouTube, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I have two, but we're gonna see how long the first one takes us, and if it's short, we'll go to the next one. If we go for a minute, then we'll just save the next one for next week, okay?
Okay.
All right. So this one, they just put the Am I Overreacting question in the title, so it's all just one thing, kind of. Am I overreacting?
Okay.
We had planned to have my fiance's brother as a groomsman in the wedding, as well as his niece, a junior bridesmaid. His brother said he can't be in the wedding and asked that his daughter isn't either because it's not in a church. But he also requested he have dinner with us and his wife. Absolutely not. Am I overreacting?
Wait. So let me get the story. That is very short.
Yeah.
The fiance's brother says, I don't want to be in or take me out of the wedding party and my daughter because we're not getting married at a church.
Yes.
Okay. And then the follow-up is they want to have dinner and now I don't want to go with them.
Yes.
What? What are you overreacting about?
Well, what she's saying...
That she doesn't want to go to dinner with them.
Exactly, right. Is it overreacting to say I don't want to go to
okay.
dinner?
Okay. I think she is overreacting because...
Oh, really?
I get that you, like, okay, I guess you can, the way I see it, okay, I guess you don't want to be in the wedding party. Why is that so terrible?
Right. Like I say, sorry, I wasn't expecting you to agree with me. So yeah. So I'm kind of befuddled now, but I mean, I would understand her being upset if she didn't know about her brother-in-law's religious affinity. Like, if she didn't know how much he cares about... Like, if this is a new thing that popped up, right? Like, 2 weeks ago, he was out at the strip club, and now this week, he's like, oh, all Mary who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Right? So, if that's the case...
Doing confessionals,
okay.
like, okay.
Right. If that's the case, okay. But other than that, like, he's... And also, I'm getting the feeling like the dinner is like a, hey, I'm sorry, let me take you out to dinner. Maybe that's also a miss. And last but not least, and this is another thing maybe I'm wrong about, but I don't think he was saying I'm not coming to the wedding.
Yes. Right? I think he just said, I don't want to be part of the wedding party. Like,
right. Now, obviously, this was so short. We're missing a lot of details, but we can only go by what we can go by, right?
Yes. Only what she said, yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I think she's I think she's kind of overreacting to it. And like this is the thing people forget about weddings. Like, yes, it is your special day, but that doesn't mean that you become a dictator and everyone has to change the way that they operate.
Right. They have to like drop
good.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, okay, you're getting married in Thailand and it's a $50,000 per person wedding that people have to pay for. Awesome. I'm so glad. I will be watching that shit on whatever social media you post it on, because that's the only way that I'll be able to do it.
Just stream it for us, please.
Yeah. No, you don't want to pay. You don't care about. You're right. I don't care about you worth $50,000. Okay, calm it down.
Yeah. Girl, that is what. I'm so annoyed by that. That just truly annoys me.
All right, we went through that one we agreed on that one kind of fast, so we'll do the second one. It's also short. Am I overreacting to tell my GF that I'm upset she went on a date, in quotation marks, with her boss? Her boss has a reputation for sleeping with her coworkers and also has a reputation for having a thing for Asians. My girlfriend is Asian. Yesterday, she nonchalantly told me she had gone to a fancy restaurant with him for a late lunch, and then they walked a few blocks to a bakery for dessert. She said she felt like it was a business meeting, but it was just the two of them. Am I wrong to be upset? All right, you went first on the last one. I'll go first on this one.
Okay,
yeah. You're like, don't get it twisted. You should be worried about the boss because he sounds like a dog, right? But if you can't trust your girl to go to lunch and go to a bakery, especially it was a late lunch, which means it was daytime. The first rule of dating is you don't do it during the day if you can help it, okay?
Wait, did they mention it was a lunch? I thought it was a dinner.
She said it was a late lunch.
Oh, a late lunch. Okay.
Right? Okay. So I think that the boyfriend is feeling a bit insecure.
Yep.
And he feels like, oh, the boss is going to come and he's going to be like, I want to have sex with you. And she's going to have a little tiny woman brain and be like, oh no, I can't help but have sex with you. Oh my God, it's the most amazing thing ever.
Yeah.
And then she's going to leave him because, oh, well, your dick's not as big as his, so he has a better mind control over my tiny woman brain. I have to go with him. Right? Like, this is how it's this story or this post is coming off like women don't have any cognizance of their own.
Yes, clearly.
You guys just follow the dick wherever it may lead.
Like, ooh, he got money. There goes my pants. Like, what?
like,
bro.
If the girl had said like, oh, he hit on me, or he bought me lingerie, or like anything, like, but no,
like any inappropriateness happened.
Yeah. Also, it could have been business. Like, there's only two of them. That doesn't mean shit. Maybe he's texting other people the whole time, doing business deals, or on the phone.
Business calls.
Or talking about an upcoming business. I don't even know what the girl's position is in the company, right? But like, whatever it is, there's a million different reasons for something to be going on, rather than, she's gonna cheat on me. You know? This dude, honestly, this guy needs to stop watching porn, okay? He watches...
Clearly,
you watch a bit too much Brazzers, my friend, okay? You're on the hub.
Secretary,
you're on the hub a little too much, and you need to think about what you're doing to yourself, okay?
Yes. You are overreacting, and you're overthinking everything, so I don't know what to do with you, bro.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Like, let's get it together. Maybe, maybe if you treat your girl better, you wouldn't think that. I don't know.
Wow, we don't know how he treats her, okay?
We don't know, but
we don't know. Maybe he was like a band geek in high school, right? And then he finally found this super hot Asian. Remember, she is Asian. He found this super hot Asian girlfriend, and now he's like, I don't ever want to lose this. But the boss's dick, I've seen it on the hub. His dick is huge. It's like 3 kill bosses taped together.
Oh man. Okay.
All right. I just need some dumb funness in my life, okay? And
Okay.
I think you sent me a link that's gonna be kind of perfect for that.
Yes, on this episode of Kids Being Dumb.
Judy hates the kids.
The youth.
Judy hates the youths. Oh man. So Judy, before we play, what's going on in this video?
Okay, so this is from the Brooklyn Nets social page, and they're interviewing, I think, 3 or 4 of, I don't know if they're rookies. I didn't do that much of a digging, but they say, name these 90s things. And so I did look up how old all these players were, and their like average age is 22.
Okay.
Okay.
We got an average age of 22.
Yes.
And which
And
means
so they have
that
to
were
name these
born in the
90s things.
2000s. Which means they were
Yes,
born
I
in the
think-
2000s.
Yes, the youngest one was born in 2002.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's see how they name these 90s things. First thing is a picture of NSYNC.
Yes.
It's the Beatles.
No clue. Not even a little bit.
Are they on the TV show?
You'll probably recognize this guy.
Yeah, I do. That's Shawn Mendes.
What? He was called Justin Timberlake, Shawn Mendes.
Exactly.
No, he didn't.
I say One Direction, but like it's 5 of them.
The fact he knew that there was 4 members of One Direction, though, like, good on you. Good on you, Noah Clowney.
No, I do know this. What's the band start with?
And
It's like 5 letters. Yeah, it's like I don't know the letters. NY. Is it S or C? NYS. I don't know, man. Something like that.
Dude, he just said everything but the name. NYSC.
NYC and it's
Is that NSYNC?
Oh, we got one. We got one. What was
one.
this man? It's too late already. All right.
it
Now,
happened too fast.
okay, this one, I'll give them credit on this one because even though they make them still, like, this thing was super popular in, like, the early to mid-90s.
Mid-90s,
okay?
yes.
But it's
Yes.
the Furbies, the creepy
Yes.
Furby dolls that every parent was like, oh, this is amazing for kids. And all the kids said, no! I have nightmares.
I've never had a Furby.
Gremlin.
What is that? Crab?
Sorry that you didn't have a childhood, okay?
A Chia Pet.
Chia Pet?
I done seen that on the commercial. I don't know what to do though. Like a little plushie or something.
Furby?
Okay. Oh, okay. Now we have Judy. You tell us what this one is. You probably have.
Yes,
like
that's a
4,
Tamagotchi.
right?
I
Yeah,
do.
little
So it's like one
a
of
li-
those little thingies, virtual pets.
All right.
Yes.
So, any chance that they know what this one is? Probably not, right?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Zelda.
Zelda, Nintendo, my boys. Like, this isn't even being young. This is just. Ooh, this is just stupid. This is that dumb bubble that I always be talking about. This is that bubble of fucking pitity that's always around on the internet.
Nintendo?
Like Sudoku or something. What's that? The little eraser.
Sudoku?
The little eraser thing.
Sudoku? Because they could see it. I'm assuming they see the
They
picture.
can see the pictures. Yes, yes.
And Sudoku is numbers. It's literally
It's
fucking
boxes.
numbers.
It's literally boxes with numbers. Yes.
For anyone, for our audio listeners, I'm looking at a Tamagotchi, and it's a little digital picture of your digital pet. So there's Sudoku, and now this eraser thing. What?
Eraser thing, like the little drawing.
Is that the thing where you draw on the screen?
Oh my gosh.
You know what's really bad about this? It fucking says the name on it. It says the name right at the top of
It's
it.
probably not that big for them to like.
I get that,
maybe,
but I get that. But if I looked at it for 12 seconds, like they are,
just say Sudoku.
I would exactly okay. And I would just look at it, what does the writing on it say? And then they'd be like, no, you can't look that close. But at least I would have thought to myself, what does the writing on it say?
Ends with like a chi or something. Tamachi.
Oh, okay. They gave it. He got the last one.
So that
Jeez.
guy, I think people in the comments were like, the only guy who got questions right probably had an older sister who was born in the 90s and had these things.
Right. That's the only thing that I can think of. Either that or, I don't know, maybe he's just not a fucking idiot, okay? The Beatles. Yeah. I don't know what's worse. The Beatles and I swear this came up at work today. One of my coworkers was like, hey, Ryan, have you heard of people referring to the late 90s as the late 1900s? And I was like, yep. Guess what? Bunch of dumbass college kids did it a couple weeks ago on my show. And now I've got the Beatles were a 90s band. And I'm not trying to act like I know everything, right? Because obviously these are things that I grew up with, so they're more personal to me. And there's stuff from my mom's childhood and your parents' childhood that they feel more about that we don't know shit about, except for when VH1 did I Love the 70s, right? That's the only way we know about anything from back then.
Yes.
But
exactly.
but you gotta know, like, if you know about the Beatles, you've got to know that they weren't in the 90s. Like, that's just, I feel like that just goes with the territory, right? If you I will forgive I know I reacted harshly. I'll forgive calling the Furby a Chia Pet, because both of those things came out 10 years before he was born, probably. Well, the Furby 10 years, the Chia Pet fucking 20, 30 years before that even. So I'll forgive that. Tamagotchi, no. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all need to learn to use context clues. All right? This is something we talk about with my son Asher. Use your eyes and see what's going on. He'll go into his room and he'll have all these clean clothes everywhere. And then in the course of putting his clean clothes away, his floors that had no clothes on them will now have clothes that will have fallen onto the ground because he is a baby gorilla. Okay? So what does he do with the clothes that fell on the ground? Well, they're on the ground, so those must be dirty. Even though there were no clothes on the ground when you came into the room, sir. But he'll throw them bitches into the hamper. Wash them again, motherfucker. These kids have triggered me. They triggered me into being upset at my son. And now I'm going to have to beat him because of these kids. Oh, shit. I haven't had to use this in a while.
The thoughts,
we don't condone child violence on this
in no way reflect those of Judy herself, the A Conversation with Judy and Ryan podcast, or parent company, Take a Breath Productions. All rights reserved. Copyright 2020.
I still love copyright 2020. Show started in fucking 2022. Oh, man. Oh, okay. All right.
Well, oh, wow. Okay.
So we had dumb kids. I love Judy Hates the Utes, by the way. It's one of my favorite segments. But we had the dumb basketball players, or the young, but no, there's a little stupidity in there with the Tamagotchi. So we had dumb basketball players, and now we're going to a dumb teacher, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm allowed to say the actual title of this article.
Okay.
But TMZ calls it, I mean, you guys could see if you're looking on YouTube at TABPOD, alleged multi-use
GB
GB teacher, multiple access, same time, whole bunch, won her. GB teacher, husband files for divorce, right? And let me tell you, the one thing I do love about TMZ is that they only care about you clicking on the article, right?
Oh, yes.
They're like,
clickbait all day.
We're going to get you with the title of the article. And then once you're here, we got you. So we don't, look, I can read this entire story for you guys real quick, okay? So the husband of Indiana teacher charged with sexually abusing children by allegedly asking them to gangbang her while wearing scream masks. Oh, yeah, GB her while wearing scream masks is taking a stab at a new life because he filed for divorce, right? You can see her name right there. The 31-year-old former high school teacher is facing a slew of sex abuse charges, and legal docs obtained by TMZ reveal her husband filed for divorce back in February when a police investigation was just getting started.
Ooh,
right?
dun, dun, dun.
Long story. I thought I could read this whole thing. I got bored already. But long story short, one of the things that she was doing is, I guess she had an orgy with these boys and had made them wear scream masks while they were having an orgy. And like, how many times do we have to see this same story? How many times do we have to see the story of female teacher? We don't see it with the men as much anymore. Finally, the men have smartened up and just say, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna wait until they're 18 and then give it a shot. You know, if it doesn't work, then whatever. But at least it's not worth it. Women are still trying to figure this out, right?
Right.
But what I would like to say is how proud I am. Okay, I'm very proud of us as a people. I didn't think I was going to be, right? Because normally there's just not much for me to be proud of. But in this case, I finally found something I was proud of. Because when I was growing up, okay, I understand this predates Furbies, right? So nobody can remember what happened back then. But when I was growing up, if a female teacher and a male student got it on, yeah, we all said, oh, you're not supposed to do that. But we all meant, good for you, buddy. You knocking that out, aren't you? Yeah, get you some. And this was on both sides. This was the males and the females. Everybody was talking about, yeah, it's fine. We remember the Mary Kay Letourneau story, okay? Remember, we watched it. We were like, yeah, good for you, buddy. You had a teacher with that white lady. We were all happy about it. And now fast forward, and this happens. And let me just say how proud I am, because we have now decided that we are going to be as upset about when a woman has sex with a student as we are as when a man does it. Yes! Let's go! We have come up as a people! I've never been prouder, guys. I've never been prouder.
Oh man, that was crazy. What?
It's great. I'm so happy.
What are we doing out here, TMZ? Must have been a slow day for you.
What do you mean slow day for you? This is great. This is what the people need to know. Okay? They need to know that we are fully prosecuting these females that think that they can have orgy GBs with these minors. Okay? They need to know what's going on. We need to know about it too. And she needs to be prosecuted. Once again, let's hear it for us as a people. Woo! Yeah! Send her to jail, baby! Yeah! All right.
Okay.
All right,
Oh,
Judy.
man.
I need a minute. I need a minute. All right. I overdid it with my voice just then. So could you tell me about the new show that you've been obsessing over? And I'm going to drink some tea and relax.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So the other day, Keith and I were just like figuring out like, what should we watch tonight? I was like, I don't know, let's pick something new. And he put on The Pit. And I'm not sure if y'all have had a chance to watch that on Max.
I haven't watched it, but I know what it's about, and I've heard the reviews are really good.
It is so good. And the thing was, like, I hadn't heard any reviews. I didn't really know what it was going into it. I knew it was some kind of hospital medical show, but we just went in, like, you know, open-minded. Like, all right, cool. And I mean, wow, like, that first episode really hooks you into this. So basically, the way I believe the season is going to be laid out is it takes place in a 12-hour shift at the emergency department at, I think it's like the University of Pittsburgh or something. So it's a teaching hospital. Okay. But it is, I feel that it is so realistic. So, like, I haven't watched.
Real quick though, when you're saying it takes place over a 12-hour shift, are you saying that an episode is over the 12-hour shift?
No, one episode is 1 hour.
Oh, so they're doing 24 style.
Mm-hmm, but I guess it'll be 12 style, yeah.
Right, well, the show is called 24, okay?
I know.
God.
But yeah, like the first episode starts at, you know, it's like, it says hour 1, it's like 7 to 8 a.m. And it's just everything that happens in this emergency department in that hour. And it is insane. And I feel that I've never seen a drama medical show like this that portrays the emergency department the way it does. And it is insane, but it's so good. The acting's so great. The cast, like, it's so good.
I said I had heard some reviews, and that's what I've heard, is that it is, while being supremely entertaining, the most realistic look that you can have at an emergency room ER. Emergency room ER, that's fucking redundant, but it sounds right, so I'm going to go
emergency department.
I'm staying. I already said I was going to go with it, Judy. It's too late. We're stuck here, okay? But yeah, no, I mean, I have so many shows to watch already. I want to watch this one. There's so many, because like the other thing too is, you know, I'm a YouTube boy, right? I'm a YouTube kitty, whatever. I'm trying to figure out whatever the version of girly is without saying girly. So, so like the thing I also love about YouTube is if there's shows from your childhood that you want to go watch, most likely someone has uploaded a ton of them online, right? So for whatever reason, I had an itch to go watch old school Iron Chef episodes, and not Iron Chef America.
Like old, like the Japanese,
Yes. The ones that aired on Food Network in the late 90s, right? I just had an itch to like start watching those again because it really, like you said, they were so good and so much fun, and you felt like you were in the kitchen, but it was just so like the voiceovers were so entertaining. And I know that they redid it with Iron Chef America a couple years later. It just wasn't the same. Exactly. No. It's not the same. No. Although I will say, I know he's become a meme for it. I'm gonna take Mark Dacascos's back for a second and say he did a good job, because he's supposed to play the nephew or something of the guy in the original Iron Chef. And if you watch that guy, you see he is a bit over the top. So Mark Dacascos was actually, Mark Dacascos was playing character properly. Okay, so he's become a meme for it. I give him all the credit. It's fine. But yeah, so like,
man, like Chef Morimoto. OG.
Exactly.
Iron Chef.
Morimoto, Sakai, Chen Kenichi, and then Kobe, Iron Chef Kobe. He was the Italian chef. Nobody really cared when he was up there, but you had, like, it was like DEI. You had to have him go every now and then, right?
Yeah.
But I've just been blasting through a whole bunch of those episodes lately, right? And then I also came across on Netflix Temptation Island. Which,
oh my God.
which same thing. Blasted through those 8 episodes like it was nothing, right? I love how people act on those shows. There was one dude, I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but one dude cheated on his girl by having a threesome with 2 other girls. Then when he was called out on it, said, oh, well, it's not cheating because it's not in the real world. It was here. What? It's not I'm sorry, sir. You realize that just because you're on reality TV, it does not mean that you are out of nowhere transported into a magical realm like we're in Marvel Secret Wars, and the Beyonder is just like, no, this doesn't count. What? No, that's not how this works.
Oh God, it's probably the same guy who would say like, I didn't cheat on you because it happened in a different country. It didn't happen.
Yeah, well, we all know the rules, right? If it's in a different area code, it doesn't count. So a different country you're really in the clear. Also, what I'm surprised he didn't say is the other rule. Like a threesome doesn't count because they cancel each other out. Like the two girls cancel each other out. So yeah.
The math ain't mathing, right?
What do you mean the math ain't mathing? 1 minus 1 equals 0. Okay?
But it's 1 plus 1.
No. The guy, no, the guy in the middle he's a minus sign. All right, you can't plus with a girl. Well, you can't plus with two girls, so you have to minus it. You know the best rule though, okay. The best rule, and it's I can't use this one ever because I stopped drinking. But if you were too drunk to remember, then who knows if it actually happened, and it doesn't count. These are I didn't make the rules. I didn't make them. I just go with them. All right. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Okay. I follow the rules. I'm sorry that I just want to be responsible. Okay. God.
Okay. Anyways, moving on.
You know that I like to do this stuff to you because even though it gives you the ick, it makes you laugh at the same time, right?
Very true. Very true.
Right. So I just, I try to bring levity to your life because, you be getting icks at work and they don't bring levity to your life.
They do not.
So
they just bring on more stress.
What happened to you, sweetie?
All right.
Tell us what's happening.
This week has been insane. It's been a crazy week at work. I don't know what happened. I thought it was going to be like a calm, chill week because one of my bosses wasn't here. He was on spring break. I was wrong. So it's just been a busy week. And my other boss, and I just typed this into our little team messenger thing. The phrase that gives me the ick is when you have time. It doesn't matter what, like it says. So I typed it in and see how often my boss said it this week. He sent it to me, it feel like once a day. So he'll send me something and he's like, when you have the time, can you look at this, review, blah, blah, blah. And then, another one, he'll send me something different, like a video. Hey, when you have the time, can you check this thing out? Even though he knows I don't have the time. Because he has me doing other stuff.
Right. But, oh, God. So my boss does the same thing, but I don't hate it the way you do. I'll wait and let you explain. But.
Okay. But yeah, so he knows because, like, we'll always have, we have our team meetings on Tuesdays. It kind of goes over everything we're working on. So he knows all the stuff that I'm working on and the deadline I have on Friday. And he just keeps sending more messages in like different things. And I go, my thing is whenever he says, when you have the time, I never know if he like actually wants me to stop doing what I'm doing to watch this. Like, how important is it? Like, can you just tell me that it's important to watch? Like, instead of just saying when you have the time, like, what if I don't have the time to watch it and I'm not going to watch it till next week and I miss something important? And then you're going to ask me, like, hey, did you get a chance to do that?
Well,
I don't know if it's just me, like, overthinking it or...
I think you're overthinking it, but also, like, I'm concerned about how you're overthinking it. Because my boss does the same stuff, right? Where she just says, hey, when you have time, do this for me. I always take it as 24 to 48 hours, right? When you have time, do this thing within the next 24 to 48 hours. But she also, I'm also someone who, like, as soon as I'm done with the task that I'm doing at that moment, I'll then redivert what I am doing to take care of what she needs. Right? So it's normally like I get it done within the next hour or so because I'm a good employee. I don't know about you. I just try to be the best version of myself all the time. Not everybody can be like me, though. It's fine. It's fine. Like,
sure.
You know.
Okay. Okay.
Someone's not angry. But I guess my question for you would be, has he ever asked you to do something when you have time and then asked you about it shortly thereafter?
Yes.
What was the timeline that happened?
I would say probably 24 hours, like a day.
Okay, yeah. So sorry. I mean,
but the fact, I mean, honestly, he hasn't asked about any of these other ones, so I'm like, look, I'm gonna get to them next week.
No, yeah, I mean, what I would do if I were you, and I'm not saying that you're asking for my advice, I'm just, giving you my 2 cents. But what I would do is I would just ask him to start clarifying when he would like to, because then it also gives you a chance to be like, I can't, if it's like on that Friday when you have your deadlines or whatever. Because I like to think the best about our bosses. But you know what? I've learned so much shit about my job and the entire office in general in the last 2 weeks. Like, I'm still super happy there, still love the people there and everything. Right. But, like, the people at the top are not always as smart as we think that they might be, okay? Like, they don't always think about things the way that it's like, really? You fucking 2 + 2? You got 7? What the fuck happened?
Yes, yes. We know.
Yeah. So that's why I would say, like, because he might very well not realize that he's asking you to do something. Like, he knows that you have the deadline on Friday, but he's not consciously processing it, is my point, right? So sometimes they really just do need the reminder of, oh, well, I'm going to be busy for the rest of today. So is it cool if I look at this, by midday Monday or something like that? And I think that would be the best course for you. Since that phrase specifically gives you the ick, is, I'm trying to prevent him from using the phrase, and that way he's like, watch, he'd still be like, bitch, I said when you have time, figure it out.
You know what I do is I just thumbs up the message.
Well, yeah, because you have
I'll
to
acknowledge that I saw it, but
yeah,
that's it. I'm like, keep it moving.
But and then the other thing I want to say, because like this is also something that we don't realize from the other side of it. My boss told me this the other day. They ask us because we show them how good of. Sometimes it's because they take advantage. I'm not saying that it's not, right. Let's keep it a buck real quick. But it's also because we are such good and efficient workers that it seems like, since we can get stuff done in a timeline that other people aren't able to do it or whatever, that they think that we do have more free time than we actually do.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And you know what? I've learned that at my old job to just, at this point, I try to stretch out a task as far as I can.
Right.
Like, I've been that type of person who's like, all right, I'm going to get this done. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, you know what? No one else does that. I'm going to just take my time and
yeah, and when it gets done, it'll get done, like whenever. So that's something that I gotta get better at,
Yeah. Now for you though, okay, I know that we have like time's running out, but when you get home though, you don't work, right? You don't bring work home.
Well, I'm not a project manager, okay? I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. That is the difference.
I'm just
between
saying,
you and
as an admin, I still had like my work phone. I had like work emails that just consistently comes through, and I mean, sometimes I read them, sometimes I don't. But I'm asking, like, that's not you.
No, I mean, but that's never been me, because even when I was selling insurance and I could take that stuff home with me and do it, I was like, no, I'm not going to. I fucking hate doing this while I'm at work. Why would I continue doing? Why would I make my life worse? Like, no.
Like, your boss was never like, at 7 p.m. like, hey.
every now and then he would.
do this.
Every now and then, not that you forgot to do it, but every now and then he would text me, and I would just ignore it. Like, no, I will text you when I get to work in the morning. Because that was the other thing. I would get to work before him by a good amount normally, right? So I'll take care of this when I get there in the morning. And if that's an issue for him, then I don't like it here anyway. So we'll figure it out. The attitude thing for the reason that I left my last job, like it's starting to. I'm really starting to understand it the farther away I get from it. I still that guy. Fuck that guy. Still okay.
Still.
Fuck him and fuck that insurance company. But like, no, I understand it now. I do. I'll still give him a 2-piece if I see him in the street. But I get it.
Oh man, that's great. I love that.
Especially my old job is so close to where I live. Like I don't want to say have fantasies, but like daydreams about like running into him, right? And just being like, oh, it's you.
At the Vons
guy.
down the street.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, are eggs expensive for you? Because they were for me when I stopped having a job.
I can't wait till the day that happens, and then you'll have to report back.
I'll be reporting back from my jail cell. I'll be using my one.
We'll have to hop on.
I'll be using my one phone call to stream into the show. Hey guys, now the milk is good and the bologna sandwich is dry, but we're surviving. Oh my god. All right. We got about 3 minutes. I got just enough time to show you this one. We're gonna talk about this guy Gianni Versace, and I want to show you this video real quick. So he's at a Texas Roadhouse, right? And he's just eating by himself, doing his content creator thing, and this happens.
Yes.
Oh wait, it muted.
And I got all my food stacked up. So I'm sitting here eating at Texas Roadhouse. And I got all my food stacked up in front of me. And there's a couple leaving, and they come and they stop at my table. They say, "You're eating all that by yourself? It's not even that much."
So he's showing like a Caesar salad, some rolls, the onion blossom steak,
So I would say
shrimp on toast.
I would say it's a fair amount of food, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair amount of food. At the same time, I get where he's coming from, where it's not that much because he's a content creator. So I have a feeling that this is something that he does. Like he eats large portions often. Or he's a content creator, so maybe he's taking the piss. Okay? Maybe people realize that not everything is 100% on the internet. Okay? The reason that this upsets me as much as it does, right, is because I was going through his page, and like he'll get some things with like 2,000 views and 4,000 views and 5,000 views and even 9,000 views or whatever. This video, because people are too stupid and just want to be like arguing, what do you mean that's not a lot of food? It's enough to feed 7 families for 2 weeks, man. This video got 1.9 million views. I have to prostitute myself to everyone at my job to get 7 views, okay? And this motherfucker talking about Texas Roadhouse food got 1.9 million. I'm not bitter. All right, I am a little bitter, but come on, guys. All right, I have to have business cards and passing them out so I can get maybe 7 views. And this guy's just like, oh, yeah, it's not that much, 1.9 million. I mean, I'm glad for him. I'm so glad that his hustle is being recognized. I'm not jealous at all. I'm so happy for him. Hurrah.
What's funny is that my only concern with that video was like how well done his steak was.
Oh.
And that's my big back showing.
See, I would like to be there with you, but nobody likes. I eat my steaks rare, and everybody's always like, "Oh my god, you eat them rare." Blah, 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 blah. And so it's like, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. I'm sure you eat yours fucking medium rare to medium, like a basic bitch. Okay.
Medium rare all day, yes.
Bad bitches eat rare steaks, Judy.
No, they don't.
Oh yeah, all the time, all the time.
No.
I have statistics that prove me correct, but you heard the gong. We have to go. So
we have to go.
Thank you guys for listening to the show. We do appreciate you. We appreciate every single one of you, even if this is the only show that you listen to and then you never listen again. Thank you for listening to this one.
Yeah.
Even if we only have 6 views on a video, we appreciate those 6 views. I had to put in a lot of work, okay? I had to be a big fucking hooker to get those 6 views, okay? So we appreciate them, okay? But yeah. Remember, if you guys want to be part of the ticker team, $5 on our Patreon at TABPOD. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel on YouTube at TABPOD. And until next time, we will see you later. Bye!
Bye!